Welcome to Lutz, Rue, and Caruso Get Real at the cinema. And the first movie we are presenting, first I'd like to present our rating system. It's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So basically you recommend it or you don't. So Sam will be presenting our first movie, Taxi Driver.
So, Taxi Driver. An insane Vietnam War veteran functions as an evening cab driver in New York City, where the apparent debauchery and scum feed his desire for brutal activity, endeavoring to save a pre-adolescent prostitute simultaneously.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this movie? Are you giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I'm giving it a very strong thumbs up.
Okay, well, I give it a thumbs up as well, and I really just think the character of Travis Bickle is just insanely well. We just see a man go insane, and then he just starts shooting people.
Wait, here's my question.
Yeah.
Does he drive a taxi?
He does drive a taxi, and
Alright, that's a thumbs up for me.
I feel like, his life just kind of is in the taxi, and I think that's the point, that he's listening to other people's lives while in the taxi. So
He is a taxi.
I think
so. In a way, he's kind of
Yeah.
in the back seat in the way.
I think
kind of a
He's
weird way.
backseat gaming.
His
No.
taxi.
He's backseat taxiing.
Okay, yeah, okay.
The clients or the people the passengers in his taxi, I think are kind of what makes him insane. Like, my favorite scene in the movie is with, I think isn't it like the director or something?
Yeah, Martin Scorsese.
How he's like, my wife is out there, I'm going to shoot her, I'm going to kill her. Do you know what a 45 Magnum does to a woman's face? I thought that was just
They
a really
die.
great scene. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
They
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so all around thumbs up. Okay, the next movie we have is American Psycho, and we will be presenting this one.
Okay, so American Psycho is a movie.
And it's
love myself.
about a guy that kills women. We don't.
Not just women.
Okay,
Also
well, men
homeless-
and women.
Homeless people on the road.
Dogs.
Yeah,
Dogs. Cats.
cats. Okay, and so basically, like, the whole point is that, like, he's like this big businessman. He's like Sigma male, and so like,
It's not Sigma male.
yeah,
He's kind of a loser.
Okay, yeah, he is a loser. You're right. And so the big thing in the movie is we don't know if he's actually committing these murders or not.
My theory is that he didn't commit the murders because at the end of the movie, you can see.
That's like, yeah, okay, continue.
At the end of the movie, you can see in the notebook that he just has a bunch of pictures of dead women.
Okay,
So
well,
my thought is that he didn't actually kill anybody. He just like went insane and then logged it in his notebook.
okay, well, I'm personally giving this movie a thumbs up.
Me too.
Yeah, thumbs up all
Thumbs up
around
from all
here
of us.
again. Perfect thumbs up. And I'd really recommend this movie, unless you're like under 18, which we're all over 18 here, so.
Maybe
If there's a
you
lot
should
of
shut
murder
up.
and crime.
Maybe.
I recommend this movie if you're not a wimp.
Okay, yeah, so if you can't handle gore, then just don't watch this movie. But I
It's
just
not
really
even gory.
liked
There's
it.
like blood splatter.
That he just starts killing everyone. He doesn't even care. Everyone dies.
There is
everyone.
maybe like a boob or two, I think.
Okay, but
Shut up.
this is okay.
You're ruining it.
Okay, the movie number 3 we have today is.
We're not even going to talk about the movie?
We did
We
just talk
just said
about
that
it.
we like the movie.
Fine.
Talk about the movie. I think the realest character is, what's her name?
The realist.
His accountant.
Oh
okay?
yeah, that's all of
She's the only one that genuinely acknowledges his wrongdoings. Okay, when you see that at the end, with her looking through the notebook, she's the only one who sees Patrick Bateman for what he really is, which is a loser psychopath.
Guys, okay, here's my question. Do you think Paul Allen died?
Paul Allen.
I don't think he died.
I
don't think he
think-
died either.
I don't think he died either. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think to fuel...
the director is trying to play you like a fiddle. He is playing you like a fiddle. She is playing you like a fiddle.
What kind
Excuse
of
me.
fiddle?
She's playing you like a fiddle, and that's what they want you to do throughout the entire movie.
I think that...
I think that was a good plot twist at the end. That's probably the best part.
Okay, but obviously
second
no
best part-
spoilers.
Second best part is when, spoilers, they go to the bathroom, snort crack.
Oh yes, yes.
And then when they're at the club, that guy peeks over, he's like, I'm trying to do drugs over here.
Okay. Then
How do you open this bag?
since we've discussed that movie, all thumbs up all around. Third movie we have is Nicolas Cage's new movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Innovatively filled and
shit,
confronting monetary ruin, Nick Cage should acknowledge a $1 million proposal to go to the birthday of a risky superfan. Things veer off in a ridiculously strange direction when Cage is enrolled by a CIA employee and compelled to satisfy his own legend. diverting his most famous and cherished on-screen characters to save himself and his friends and his family.
Wait, so the movie's about a movie.
Yep, basically. I am giving this picture a thumbs down. I did not like this movie.
It's a thumbs up.
And here's why, before my colleagues here start attacking me. So,
Natural.
it may be wildly entertaining, but this kind of trope has been done over and over. I don't want to see a movie within a movie. This movie would have worked 10 years ago with Nicolas Cage, and it would have been joked on millions of times that it would just become funny.
What about,
And I did not like this movie. It plays out too simplistically. Even though it lays it, they could say it's expected. I'm giving this picture a thumbs down. You should not go see this movie.
In a movie.
You know what? Javi is the best character in that movie. Pedro Pascal also plays the Mandalorian. Great show. I really like that show. I think season 3 is coming out soon. And
Mandalorian kind of sucks balls.
you're wrong. You know, at the end of the first
Maybe
season,
Yoda can choke on a straw and
So
die.
unbearable weight of mass and talent. Basically, he's looking at it through the eyes of somebody who is stuck up and nobody likes.
Oh.
If you look at it through the eyes of everybody else on Earth, it's a great movie. Okay? They literally explain to you in the show.
Pull up that national survey whenever it's convenient
They
for you.
explain to you in the movie that it's going to start slow and then get action-packed. And he's saying, oh, it's too predictable. It tells you what's going to happen.
And that
at the
just
end
ruins
of
the whole movie.
That's the point.
Movies
of the
have
movie.
done it more innovatively. Maybe they
I
should
don't
get a
care.
new concept.
It's Nick Cage. Nick Cage has never made a bad movie in his whole life.
You are wrong.
I'm gonna.
Who's Nick Cage?
You don't know Nick Cage? He's
I
the guy
just-
who's.
Is he in a cage?
So anyway,
No. I have to still give this a thumbs down. It just completely veers off the edge. Just completely gone. This kind of movie has been done so many times by so many better American directors. For example,
why
Robert
America?
Altman's
Are you
The
being
Player.
racist? Are you being racist?
I am not being racist.
He's being racist, guys.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll tell you. Okay. They say in the movie, and no interruptions, Will. They say in the movie that it's going to be a little something for everybody. Okay. At first, they wanted it to be a slow film for like adults. That's like pretty much exactly what they said. Maybe a little bit different. And then later on in the movie, it's going to become more action-packed because they want something for everybody. They want wider appeal. Okay? For the average viewer, the latter half is going to be the more enjoyable part. I'm guessing for you, the former half was probably a little bit better than the latter. But for the average person, that's just not going to be true. Okay? This is the point of the movie, and you're taking it like... The point of the movie is that not everybody's supposed to like it, and yet also everybody's supposed to like it, right?
But it lays out the plot. It lays it out like you're a 7-year-old and you need to know all this information. Movie tropes that have done
because
this.
it's
Don't
a
do that.
comedy. It's a funny.
There's a
movie.
comedy called The Player that does the same thing, and it tricks you throughout. It leaves you questioning things. It leaves you completely messed, and it leaves you with great thematics throughout the story. It leaves you with great American greed. What it boils down to, and I'm veering off a little bit, but this movie could do the same. Nicolas Cage movies have done that. Adaptation, for example.
So, what do you expect from a Nick Cage movie, dude?
I don't expect much, but I still don't expect much for this.
Okay, I don't even care.
Okay.
Next movie.
We'll be explaining Baby Driver next. Our next movie.
Baby Driver's about a baby who drives cars.
No,
No, it's about a guy named Baby, actually.
he drives cars.
Guys, joke.
What is his real name? Does anybody know?
Baby.
No, his real name is not Baby.
Yeah, it is.
No, I swear to God, I'm
Baby.
looking this up right now.
His real name is Baby.
Alright, so and it's like
His name's Baby. And he's like a getaway driver for criminals, and he wants to leave, but he can't because he's like kind of obligated. to
Miles
stay there.
Prowler.
It's just a lame name.
So I think that this was a great movie. It would be a perfect 5 out of 5. No, it would have been like a perfect, like 4.8 out of 5.
My only gripe with the movie is the ending.
The ending is so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it like.
but I am
flashes-
giving it a thumbs up.
I'm giving it a thumbs up too. But the
I have to
ending.
go on more of like a
Yeah, I'm gonna go
45
middle.
degree angle.
For me, every show, every movie, every book, it's all decided by the ending, okay? If the first 59 minutes of the episode is the best television I've ever watched, and the last 1 minute just ruins it, it's going to be like a 3.5 out of 5 when it would have been a 5 out of 5.
Well,
Sure.
yeah, I think we've all decided here unanimously that the main quibble with this movie is just the ending. It's just terrible. But the action scenes are done so well. It was so surprising. There were so many twists and turns. No pun intended. But yeah, there were so many twists and turns. Like, we don't expect a spoiler alert. Kevin Spacey's character to just get absolutely just crushed by a car, by a 90-mile-per-hour speeding car. And
My favorite part, when the guy's sitting in there, he's like, I think they're doing like a heist or something.
Yeah.
The guy's sitting in the car, and there's like a truck in front of him, and like a steel beam just completely impels him. That's the best scene in the show.
And all of his teammates is like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
It takes like the conventional norms of a getaway heist movie and flips it on its head, basically.
My favorite part is I watch it because of the getaway heist scenes. I think the car driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that kind of genre can actually appeal to everyone, in my opinion.
But to be real, if there was an actual heist, they would probably gotten caught in like 2 seconds. Because like the scene where there's like 2 perfectly red, same shape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that this movie's more for entertainment.
Plus,
I don't think
police-
it's trying to make any social messages.
In real life, the police would just look at your license plate and say,
Yeah.
oh,
They
look, it's a
did- they
totally
did
different
switch-
No, well, they
They
did have
switched
multiple cars.
Yeah, they did switch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well,
Okay, then the next movie we have, which I'm presenting, is The Northman. Prince Amalek is almost transforming into a man when his father is wildly killed by his uncle, who commandeers the youngster's mother. Following 20 years, Amalek is by a nut set in a stone to save his mother,
A nutsack?
kill his uncle, and fight back for his father. Okay,
this is
This movie-
spoilers. The mom is just the worst.
the mom is the worst. I'd agree. She tries to commit incest on her son.
I think he kills her.
but-
I'm pretty right.
Yeah, she does, and I'm giving this a thumbs up, by the way.
I give it a good thumbs up. I give it a 4.
I remember seeing the trailer in the movies. Not that the trailer's pretty cool. My favorite scene was the part where the kid started crying for some reason.
So,
I think. What were you gonna say?
there are just many scenes in this movie that just take people by surprise, and I think it's just great that like we're still continuing to push the boundaries of what we can do in cinema, and even like a movie that people can call it a gore fest, but there are so many like beautiful shots that are in the movie.
Dude,
I
the
feel like.
shot where the guy, like close to the beginning, where he gets his nose chopped off.
Yeah, then
as a
there's
kid.
no, but then there's even a thing further in the story
Yeah,
where the guy
oh
who gets
my
his
God,
nose
dude.
chopped off
That was
gets the
brutal.
knife
That was
through
mental.
the nose.
He like sticks it where the nose would have been and just drives it all the way through.
I mean, it's horrific. You can't look away, but you also have to look at the same time, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
There's
I think
something I was just gonna say.
And I think Robert Eggers continuing from each movie, he's just, obviously you haven't seen all of his movies, but he just continues to push the boundaries, each movie, of what he can do. And this one's even more of a widespread audience. So the fact that he can just do this, and audiences are like not shocked, they're shocked. But he's still allowed to show this in like cinemas. It's just crazy.
You know what? I think the ending was absolutely perfect. I don't think it could have been any better.
Yes. And it literally, it's the Lion King story, except it's not the Lion King at all. It's a Lion King for, I don't even know.
A Lion
It's
King
it's
with
it's an
not
insane
lions.
story. It's an insane story for the Lion King.
The ending,
And then
I thought it was really poetic.
the ending was
be
just
honest.
awesome. And also,
'Cause,
where the
like,
hell was that?
it
I
was-
guess that was supposed to be the gates of hell.
Yeah, they called it like the gates of hell, but it was really just a volcano erupted. Because like the Oracle guy,
everything's
or
charred.
lady or whatever.
More, go upstairs. Go upstairs. We're filming a video. Okay,
Come on.
we can edit that out.
Yeah. Where is
Okay, next movie we have.
We
You should probably wait.
We can just cut this out.
Sam?
You have to say hi to Woo.
I'm not saying hi.
She's racist. She's racist.
Yeah, she's very racist.
Racist.
Keep that in the video. Keep
yeah,
that in the
keep
video.
the racist part in the video. Oh wait, but
Okay,
It's like-
next movie we have.
the person told him like he was gonna kill his uncle by like drowning him in a lake, like a boiling lake. And then the volcano erupted. There was lava, which is the boiling lake, and he decapitated his uncle. This is spoilers, obviously. And his head like fell into the lake or into the lava, and that was like his head was under the lava. He was drowning in the lake, and then he also gets stabbed through the chest. He goes to Valhalla, I think that's what it's called. He gets to be with his dad because they both, I guess, died a warrior's death.
The next movie I'm on our list is Stand By Me, and Sam's going to present this movie.
Following the discovery that an outcast had been unexpectedly killed near their ranch-style homes, 4 Oregon young men decide to go see to the body. Young men, they're like 10 years old. And they're not young men.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'm the one who wrote this.
On the way, Gordy LaChance, Vern Tessio, Chris Chambers, and Teddy Duchamp encounter a mean garbage man in a lowland teeming with leeches, while delving even deeper into one another and their disparate home lives. From the start, the children's experience is shaped into a portraying event in their lives. This is a perfect 5 out of 5 movie, and this is one of my favorite of all time.
Obviously, we already know that's going to be a thumbs up over there. I also am giving this a thumbs up. I think this movie is perfect. Also, why are you standing up?
He had the leeches on his balls, and he fainted. I would have done the same thing. I would have fainted too. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think that's the point of it, that he would faint. Anyway.
On his balls.
Yeah, dude, there was leeches. Like, he reached, because they this is what happened. They they were taking like a shortcut to get to the body.
I think this
faster.
movie.
And then they were like, "Oh, we got to go through this lake."
Wait, no. I don't. Here's what
It
I
doesn't
don't.
seem very. It doesn't seem
Okay,
very
wait.
deep.
Let us input.
Here's what I don't understand. This guy would have to have his balls out, have the leeches on his
No,
balls.
No, you're not understanding.
So basically, they were going through a pond, and they were like, "This doesn't look very deep at all." Right, and so they stepped in it, and it was a pretty funny scene. They all like fell in.
Yep.
All the way up to the top of their head, and then they all like had fun. They were pushing each other out there. They were throwing water at each other. And they got up, and one of them had like something on his neck, I think. And at first he was like, "I don't have something," but then they were like, "Leeches!" And they all took off their clothes. Everybody swiped him off, and then finally, I think he's the main character of the movie. He like reaches in, and there's
Okay, I don't think we
blood
need
over
a
his hand.
demonstration.
He's got the leech on his hand. He swipes it off. There's blood everywhere. He's like,
Okay, yeah.
it was such a great scene. The
I think-
grossest scene, even grosser than that, was the pie eating contest.
That scene was
And I
pretty
think it
gross.
was unnecessary. I think they could have made a better story for him to tell.
Yeah.
But
That was
also, I guess it shows like his like childish. He's a child, right?
There's no child. I think this is a perfect movie, but just on an entertainment basis, I just personally give it a 4 out of 5. But I can agree with you that this is a perfect movie. It's a great story.
So then, why do you give it a 4 out of 5?
Because the entertainment. It's a perfect movie. No, it's perfect from a technical standpoint. It's perfect from a technical standpoint.
So, if entertainment is what decides the scoring, then why, in the unbearable weight of massive talent, is it not a higher score? If it was entertaining.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. Let me retract this statement. The unbearable weight of massive talent, as you admitted before, is not all wildly entertaining. Honestly, I was bored as hell through the middle part of that movie. I was bored as hell through the middle part of that movie. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Damn.
And I think that will cap off our show for today. This is the first episode of Lutz, Rue, and Caruso. And that will be it.
LaRusso.
Signing off. LaRusso.